Hi there, this is zmgoblue. Welcome back to the channel. Today I was going to talk about overcoming addiction with the 75 Hard program. I was a wild one. I really was. I've had my struggles with substances, with relationships, with money. It comes down to, are you in pain? It's really what it comes down to. Are you in pain? Does it hurt? When you look in the mirror, do you see what's looking back at you? At my worst, I'm going to get a little personal in this video, I guess. At my worst, I was buying a half gallon of Benchmark whiskey every other day, as well as probably a 12 pack of beer. Most of the time it was Budweiser. Sometimes it was Busch Light too. And that's on top of, pills, weed. And I tried to carry relationships. I tried to maintain relationships while not being in the right state of mind and not living correctly. Not to mention the amount of money that I spent. Realistically, I was probably spending $200 a week on a bunch of bullshit that doesn't even help my life. That's crazy when you sit back and think about it. It was on a track to ruin my life, and it cost me a lot. So if you are in pain, if you are suffering, good. You can overcome anything in this life. You use that. You bite onto it. You remember what that pain feels like. You remember what those people said about you. You remember looking at that mirror and saying, what the hell is this looking back at me? You don't even look like yourself. You look poorly. You look fat. Your skin is all red because you're just drinking so much. If you're in pain and you're hurting, that's a good thing. That's the only thing that'll teach you. I'm speaking from experience. I don't want anyone to be in pain. I'd like everybody to be happy, healthy. Your vices will hurt you, will hurt your bank account, will hurt your relationships. They will end your life prematurely. Think about that, a half gallon every 2 days, plus a 12 pack of beer. Sometimes it was more. People tried to talk to me, people tried to tell me, which direction are you going? Look at what you're doing. And I didn't care. At least I didn't care enough to do anything about it. People say they care. I'm going to get this on track. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. But, nothing ever changes. So that's why I say if you are in pain, that is a good thing. Take it. Harness it. Want to change. Want to do better. I got my water cup. This kind of cup right here. We all know what this is. I would do a 6-second pour from that Benchmark whiskey. 6-second pour goes up to about here out of the cup, and the rest would be filled with Gatorade Zero or Coke Zero, or something like. Sometimes it was just straight. I have replaced that with water. And I'm not the alcohol police. I'm not the party police. We all need to have a good time. I had, I think three drinks this weekend. Out on the golf course. Having a good time, spending time with people that are close to me. But I have it under control. And when you don't have those vices under control, they take your life. I've lost many friends to addiction since I left high school. That's the crowd I ran around with. That is where I was headed. When you are on 75 hard, it takes about 15% of your day. Okay? Between the reading, the workouts, the meal prep, everything takes about 15% of your day. Instead of taking that 15% and investing it into Netflix and chill with some alcohol or some pills or some party time or anything like that, take that 15%. Take that 15% and invest it into the gym. Invest it into your bank account. Invest it into bettering yourself as a human, as a person. Let go of the addictions. Let go of the vices. This program helped me. I mean, we're all human. We all have vices, but I kicked the major ones that were eating me alive, and the 75 Hard program helped me do that. I mean, a half gallon a day with pills, or every other day and with pills. I'm lucky to be walking around. I am lucky to have shed the weight. I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to have friends. Legitimate friends, not the ones that say they are, but, are never around when you need them. I'm very lucky. And I know it was worth putting myself through hell to overcome that. I'll still go see some friends, here and there. I'll go out to a bar or something. I don't mind going to a bar. I can control it now. I don't mind going somewhere and watching a game with somebody or to catch up, and having like one beer. Sometimes I just have water, I don't, or an iced tea. There's levels to it. You need to cut it all out at first. You need to cut it all out. Just stop. But when you get to a point where you have it under control, then you can start branching out into, well, it's okay, I can go to the bar because I know I'm going to be able to control myself. And realistically, it's no judgment here. I just told you what I used to do. Some people can't do that. Some people cannot go have one drink and be okay with it. So some people just stay out of the bars and everything. And I understand that. Sometimes that's a chemical thing. But with me, I know I can go to a bar and have one beer or not a beer at all. And I can be okay. But you have to put in the work to be able to get to that point. The 15% of your day that 75 Hard takes up, invest it into other things that you want to accomplish. There is no bigger victory in life than overcoming addiction. Truthfully, think about it. Think about that. If you used to have issues with alcohol, with drugs, with not being able to be alone, with always ruining a good thing that is happening in your life, whether it's a job or a relationship, because you need to put a drink in your mouth because you can't handle it. It's lunchtime. I'm stressed out. I need to have a drink. I used to do that all the time on lunch too. I'd go have a drink. So I understand that the struggle is real. I understand this thing that I'm discussing right now does not happen overnight. The 75 Hard program will help you conquer your own demons. It will. There is a price to be paid. At the end of the day, there is a price to be paid. Not a lot of people want to pay it. Embrace the suck. Embrace the suck to get better. Embrace being a better person all around. And once you do that, you will have unlimited potential. You don't see that because you haven't done the work. Stay away from the drugs, the alcohol, until you have a controlled grip on everything that you need to in your life. And then, once a week, you want to take your woman out on a date, or it's your mom's birthday, or any circumstance that you can think of, you want to go out and you want to have one drink with dinner. Okay, that's acceptable. But if you're like I used to do, if you're waking up, let's say it's 7:30 in the morning, you wake up, you crack a beer, you start making some breakfast and everything. Well, then, I just need one shot. I just need one shot, to get my morning going, get everything right for the day. And then by the time you look at that half gallon, it's halfway gone by 2 in the afternoon. And you're like, what the hell did I just do? Embrace the suck. If you are in pain because of addiction, I'm telling you, that is a good thing. Overcome it. You can do it. Don't give up. Now is the time to press forward. Put your foot on the gas and push that son of a bitch down. Keep going. Don't quit. Something else I wanted to throw in this video. I was a wrestling fan when I was younger. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. He was, in my opinion anyways, easily top 5 wrestler of all time. It was just sad to hear his passing. I actually looked at his biography before and read some articles about, his work ethic when he was younger. I understand he took steroids and everything like that when he was in the gym, but he had his battles with substances too. But he still put in the work. And at the end of the day, he overcame it. People were chanting his name. People chanted Hulk Hogan's name. Thousands of people. He overcame addiction. He overcame divorce. He overcame bankruptcy. He overcame everything that came into his path. Because he sacked up, he embraced the suck, and he handled his shit. Are you ready? I hope you are. Y'all have a good day.